Let's see. Man, there's so many options of what I could go for in the long run, of what I could go for with the team. But yeah, no, this is not gonna be one of those. I've never liked Geodude. I never did. I've actually wasted. I was on different things, man. Like, listen, I wasted my first Master Ball on the second evolution of Geodude, because back then in Soul Silver was my first playthrough, and I've wasted my first Master Ball on the second evolution of this Pokemon because I was so frustrated with having defeated Lugia instead of catching it. Just randomly, I was just spamming A. I don't know why I did it. I didn't use the Master Ball, I didn't really understand it. I thought it was too powerful, I thought I needed it for something else. I don't know why I didn't use it. But I didn't catch Lugia. I thought it was gone forever. Then the first thing I did was like frustratedly go on the next route after the Dragon City, like on the top right, and I would waste the Master Ball on the next thing. I don't know why I did it. I just thought, oh yeah, this one looks cool as well. Let's use this ball, and I didn't really care anymore. But then when you got to the Kanto region, I would catch a Wingull, and Wingull has similar color patterns to Lugia, right? And I would think that Wingull would turn to Lugia at like level 90 or 100. And I thought the same of this other bird Pokemon. It's not, I don't know the English names, I don't want to bother again telling you the German ones, but there's this bird Pokemon that looks similar to the main one, like, but it doesn't have 3 evolutions, it only has 2 evolutions. And the second one also could resemble an uglier Ho-Oh, and I thought this one turns to Ho-Oh and Wingull turns to Lugia. And that was the things I was on. That was the, you know, that's where my sadness of having defeated Lugia carried me. I thought I would train Wingull until I had like a really high level Wingull. Then I would try to train Wingull as high as I could and get it to turn to Lugia, which never happened. Though I'm still not convinced. I will definitely catch this one. You can be quite sure, and a female one as well. This is perfect. I will. Yeah, what was I saying? I've never gotten to level 100, so I'm still not convinced that it doesn't turn to Lugia. Before I reach level 100 with a Wingull, I'm not convinced. Maybe we'll find out in the Soul Silver Let's Play. We'll have to see if I go to that length. But yeah, that is what happened. That is what was. It was fun times though. And then there came the era of like being able to Google everything, and then you knew everything about it, and you were growing up, and here that kind of that magical confusion was gone. You just knew that stuff like that wasn't possible, and that it's unrealistic, and games don't work like that. That was kind of my illusion, my delusion, so to say. I thought I could turn Wingull to Lugia and the other one to Ho-Oh. With Ho-Oh, I never really bothered. But I only later found out that you could actually catch both in both games. And also the entrance to Ho-Oh was always magical. I love Teak City, Ekrotik in general. In Germany, it's just Teak. It's not Ekrotik. It's quite strange. I've never known why. I've always kind of wondered. But yeah, we've got this one. Let's see. Yeah. Come on. Ooh, I've never paid that much attention to the music here. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like, this Let's Play is gonna be special because Platinum is so long ago for me. I've played Soul Silver and Black so much more. The music here is cool. Listen, hey. Alright. Let's see. because the soundtrack, I remember some tracks, of course, the especially like the towns at night. I really do remember fondly, but the rest, like soundtracks that only seem to appear in one area, I don't really remember. I don't remember this soundtrack, for example, at all. It's really good. It's really good. To me. Always subjective, right? Always gotta stay subjective. Who cares? It's really good. Coffee has turned cold by now, though I am used to this taste. I quite gotten to like cold coffee, like not ice cold, not like cold brew, which is also okay, which I've hated when I had it for the first time though. But if I have like a hot coffee and that cools off, like I can still have that by now. Like I don't care anymore. Used to be different. Used to want like more. I was leaning more towards I want my coffee to still be hot, but for a long time, when I started drinking coffee, I was my father lived in the same house, and he's always had this giant coffee pot with cold coffee in the morning to drink it faster before work, which is legendary. And I've always I would sneak like one cup. I would sneak one cup. It was cold. Didn't like it at first, but then I've like gotten the taste of it. That was like the story. That was the story of the origination of my tolerance to cold coffee. It's quite magical, right? It's quite cool, huh? Let me flex it on you. Flex it on you. Right. This I've always forgotten this area in the game. I haven't remembered it so much. Like it's gone past me quite mostly. It's just I rarely remember it. I don't even remember the music really. I don't remember the surroundings. It's like because I've never really liked that type of surrounding when I played this game for the first time. I've never really liked that these earthy things, like these mines and everything. I've never really liked that setting. Also with the Gorons in Zelda, I've never really liked that so much compared to the other things. I was just gonna see what that is, but I now just noticed that it's just the range attack. Oh, we don't need that very much. Yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah, I've never cared about deserts very much. Which Breath of the Wild showed me that I really can like desert settings, because I think it's fantastic in Breath of the Wild. Also, I haven't seen it in Tears of the Kingdom though, which I'm playing now sometimes when I have the time. I play that, but otherwise, this was the first time I've really liked a desert setting, but I've never really liked desert settings and mine settings. That's why I probably don't remember this so much. Quite the ting, huh? Quite the ting. I also ask myself, how do like professional Let's Players, like the real OGs, how do they stay hydrated for so long? Like how do they do it? Like there's probably ones that pull 5-hour sessions and like pre-record everything for like a month or something, whatever. But do they drink before? No, I doubt it. Like they probably take small sips, right? But how do they manage the toilet? Because I've been recording for what, like an hour now or something. I don't want to look at the watch, but the stopwatch, I have one. But do they ever take a break to go toilet? Like how do they manage it? It's a question. Like in what the main question I ask myself is, how do they manage the frequency of ingesting hydration, and do they do caffeine, and what do they do? What's the routines? Like I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sipping on some water now next to it, having a cold coffee, like I just told you. It's like what I'm on right now. Kind of ask myself, what is the what is the optimal thing to do for that. Let's see, figure it out. If anyone sees this and they've done this, they can maybe tell me. But I would love, I would actually, man, I would love my icons to tell me that. I would love to know like how the people I used to watch were doing this when they were like pulling 3-hour recording sessions. Where like these type of let's players that like me, like there's one recording session and there's no like breaks for you between the parts, because there's these type of let's players that they have like a timer for every part probably, and they stop recording after 10 minutes. But I find it way more charming to just keep recording for 1.5 hours and cut that up, and then you're like in one train of thought and you can just get lost in it and you just cut it up to small bits. It's kind of the vibe I'm on. That's what I really like to watch. Earlier there he is. You know why he's a fashion? Yeah, I'm gonna first finish my point. It's like you record for 1 hour, but how do you manage hydration during that time? Because right now, because last time towards the end, I really have to go to the toilet, right? And it was quite uncomfortable the last 5 minutes. So I'll have to see how I manage it. But right now, it's quite good. But I wanted to say, this guy, man, listen, he is one of the fashion icons, but only because he has quite a similar iconicness to, I think he's, to Silver. I've always called him differently in my playthroughs. You'll see when I get there, when I play Soul Silver, but it's quite similar to the rival of in Soul Silver, in Heart Gold, but not as swagged out. I have to say, he's not as swagged out as him. Definitely not. But still, he has quite the attitude to him, right? Look at that.